The Caulfield Guineas is branded as a stallion-making race, but the stallion has to be worthy of the title. Divine Prophet, formerly trained by Team Hawks, who have a great reputation for producing stallions, has taken up residence at Equus Farm as part of their expansion in Australia. Shane, it's fantastic to see Equus expanding into New South Wales. It's been obviously a big 12 months for the new operation.
Absolutely, look, it's been phenomenal growth. Obviously now a two-state operation with stallions in both Queensland and here on the former Emirates Park property at Equus in the Hunter Valley. So it's amazing to think where we've came from in the last 12 months, and it's exciting. We're
filming obviously here at Murrarunda, just north of Scone. There's a lot of history to this property, isn't there? I mean, a lot of the horses that have been produced from this farm. Obviously, it's a great sort of an established stud that you've taken over.
Absolutely, that was one of the big attractions for us at Equus, to find a farm that's obviously it's a foothold for us into the Hunter Valley. It's a farm that's synonymous with breeding great horses. You've had some great horsemen, you know, late John Kelso, Les Irwin. You've obviously Robin Wise was here 16 years ago, and she's returned to manage the property for us. And you know, we're really focused on remembering the history and what this property can produce, the horses that we can bring through to the sales ring, and it really provides us with a genuine commercial injection into the industry.
We were out with Robin looking at some of the weanlings galloping around in the big paddock, and she was saying back in her day that was the paddock that Dash for Cash and also County Tyrone, the Sydney Cup winner, were raised in. So a lot of history here.
Absolutely, and that's our opportunity now to create our own history, and it's a new chapter for Equus, and it's really exciting. You know, we've been aggressive in the last 12 months in the sales ring. We've built up a commercial broodmare band now that complements the existing broodmares. We'll have some 180 mares go to stud this year. Majority of those will go to our own stallions to provide them with the opportunity, but also we'll utilise all the commercial stallions Australia-wide. So we'll be a force at every major yearling sale, and that's a big aspect of Equus going forward.
I guess now you're really sort of stabilising, because you've bought up the mares, you have the new stallions and the proven stallions. What do you see sort of the next 12 months holding for Equus?
In an ideal scenario with the young racehorses we have going forward, I'd like to see us providing the future stallions coming through our racing division. And you know, we've been again aggressive in the yearling market. We've secured positions in a lot of nice yearlings. We're obviously involved with Extreme Choice and Invader. So they're two young horses that, although they're not here with us at the moment, we're heavily involved with those. And I'd love to see our colt division bolstering our stallion ranks going forward.
In the straight revolving door and down the outside, Haydock are racing to the lead together. Divine Prophet getting a needle-eye gap down on the inside with Saracino. There are many chances. Divine Prophet and Haydock. Divine Prophet the inside, Haydock and Seabirds. Seabirds flies home. They come to the line together. Divine Prophet.
Divine Prophet was always a magnificent looking colt, wasn't he? And of course, By Schwazier, who's now a sire of sires, really, with Star Spangled Banner doing the job.
Absolutely, look, you know, he's a lovely looking horse. He's a very balanced horse. He has great length to him, great angles, suits every mare. There's no particular mare that I can say he suits or doesn't suit, which is great for breeders across all the boats. And a fantastic racehorse with 2-year-old form and the ability to go at 3 and win a Group 1.
Well, his mum also, she's done the job, Prophet Jewel. She's a daughter in Costa de Lago, so that's fabulous. She won 6 races and, of course, has already produced the full brother to Divine Prophet, Poisier, whose weanlings have been selling particularly well. And, you know, he was a Spring Stakes winner and runner-up in 2 Group 1s.
Absolutely, look, it's a lovely family, you know. Out of an Encosta mare, who's a champion stallion himself. He has that Encosta head to him, lovely head to him, and an Exceed and Excel half sister made 1.2 million at Easter this year. So it's a young family. It's a family that's continually upgrading. He has a brother at stud, which is just great for the mare. Not many mares have 2 stallions at stud in the modern era, and that's a fantastic achievement for her.
Well, early on, I think Michael Hawkes was telling Wayne Hawkes how good this horse was. But it was the up-and-coming, wasn't it? This is the race the Stallions win. Fastnet Rock, Exceed and Excel, Snitzel, the current champion sire, are all winners of the up-and-coming.
Absolutely. Look, it's a very, very good 3-year-old race. A very forward 3-year-old wins that race. You have to be you know, as the name suggests, up and coming, and surely is an up and coming race. Exceed, Fastnet, Snitzel won it 3 years in a row, so it is absolutely a stallion making race. And he's used that race to go forward and win a Guineas eventually, which is phenomenal for a 3-year-old colt.
It's a big race, this race. It's a stallion making race, and another good colt to go to stud. Great effort.
And look, the Hawks family, they know how to make a stallion. They called him a bulldog, and that's what he was, because he loved the fight. And that's what you want to see in a good stallion. You want to see a horse that has the fight when it comes to crunch time, and he was just like that. So, no, it's a fantastic endorsement by the Hawkses to, you know, see how good this horse was, and he's a big chance at stud this year.
And it sounds as if he's getting fabulous support for his first season here in the Hunter Valley.
Absolutely, and we are supporting him with the 20 or 25 of our best mares, and you know, we're not going to stand a horse and not support him. We're in the business of making stallions, not just standing them, so he'll get a very good support. And a lot of industry patrons, some very well-known names, have come and tipped in with him, so you know, he's a very good chance at stud, and he'll cover a quality book.
To me, they just needed probably that Group 1 horse with a good Australian profile. And obviously when, you know, this horse was retired after the all-aged, came on the market, look, I think they did the smart thing. They grabbed him as quickly as they could. And look, I think he's a legitimate Hunter Valley stallion and a legitimate prospect. You know, I'd be disappointed if at some stage, you know, he's not a top 20, top 25 stallion in Australia.
He was foaled on Middlebrook Valley Lodge, but he was a cracking foal when he was born. Lovely, athletic, well balanced, and he still is today when you see him walk out. He's a beautiful colt.
Being by Choisir, you know, sire of Star Spangled Banner, who probably, you know, if not for his fertility, well-documented fertility issues, you know, he could be one of our leading stallions. Out of an Encosta mare, well, he's been a champion sire and champion broodmare sire. Out of a Centane mare, again, who's been a champion sire, champion broodmare sire. He actually comes from the same female line as Blackfriars and Darcy Brahma, and they're both very good stallions. So it's a stallion-producing female line.
You always look at your horses, your weanlings, and you can always pick out those that are athletic, those that you think will make it to the track.
One of the things for me that makes it easy with him is that, I mean, he's just such a well-balanced horse, and I think just about any mare.
It's emotional when you actually foal them and rear them, and get them to the racetrack, and they actually become Group 1 winners. It's an amazing feeling, and everybody at the farm's involved, and right down to our foal watch lady, to everybody, and they get a huge thrill out of seeing a horse win. And to see him go on and stand at stud as well is a big thrill for the farm.
How do you set the fee? So $22,000, how do you set the fee for a Caulfield Guineas winner? What goes into the process, just for people that don't really understand how you balance up where he sits in the marketplace?
Well, I personally think he's very well priced in this season, and naturally, you know, a lot of young horses have gone to stud this year, and we wanted to meet the market, and we wanted to give breeders a chance to access a Group 1 Caulfield Guineas winner at an affordable price. You know, he's a Group 1 winner with two-year-old ability, and $20,000 plus GST is a phenomenal price.
And I guess anyone that comes and sees him here, as we have done today, I mean, they're really going to fall for him, aren't they? Just having that head, that physique, that power in Divine Prophet.
Well, he's got the physique, he's got the pedigree, he's got the performance. You know, I say, what's not to like about him?